Down by the river with a mission in mind, magnet in hand, we're the cleaning kind. Rusty treasures we start to find, in the water we unwind. The GOA crew making waves, pulling up the junk that misbehave. Every day we do our part, from the water we won't depart. Casting on magnet like a magic wand, reeling in metal from the pond, singing as we dance along. The GOA crew is strong. The GOA crew making waves, pulling out the junk that misbehave. Every day we do our part, from the water we won't depart. The thrill that keeps us going, in the stream our hope is glowing. Piece by piece we clear our land, together we'll make a stand. The GOA crew making waves, pulling out the junk that misbehave. Every day we do our part, from the water we won't depart. It's the thrill that keeps us going, in the stream our hope is glowing. Piece by piece we clear our land, together we'll make a stand.
Okay, let's start that one again. Lee has tried to single me for I did a freaking Johnny. Oh my god. Okay, let's start over again. Let's go right up. Like I said, welcome everybody. Man, I just fumbled the ball right in the court, right outside of the goal. But everybody, welcome to the Green Oasis, where we always have technical issues or mind farts. So we have had people chatting along in chat, like I said before, but nobody could hear me. We have been having people coming to this live 1 hour, between a half an hour and 1 hour before we started live and chatting along. We really do appreciate it. Like you saw, we had Maddie's Nifty Creation here, just jumping on here over an hour and a half before the live started. I really do appreciate Maddie. We also have Johnny going in and saying, "Hey, Joel, hope to make it, Henrik and Lee, but we'll be working, so we'll do my best, dude. We know you're working out there, and your hard working will pay off soon. And brother, just stay safe out there, and I know you will do the afterburner if you don't catch us right here." So we also have Magnet Man saying, "Oi, oi, hey!" So hope you're doing good, brother. I don't really remember what I said there. Sorry, it's all gone. But it is what it is. I hope you're doing good. Lee has been in saying hi to everybody. We also have Wendy's Excellent Adventures saying hi, Lee, hi, Maddie, and hi, Henrik. Hope you're doing good. Really appreciate it. You're in here. No sound, no sound. Yeah, I know. Lee has been like sitting like this saying, "Hey, you ain't got no sound." But me, I didn't even look down to see what is he signaling. But it is what it is. Yeah, sorted. Guilty. He's safe, and that ladder on, yeah, he's safe on that ladder. Johnny, please. Okay, so he's up on a ladder. Dude, be careful when you're out working. Ladders is kind of tricky, and we are still in. Yeah. New location, guys and gals. I mean, the last live, I saw that I couldn't run these kinds of lives on my Wi-Fi when I'm out in the kitchen where I usually do my streams. So I've set up in the living room area and just, oh, I shouldn't say kicked out my wife, because she said, "Okay, you can use the living room this once." So it is what it is. But new location. So we're on accord. So hopefully this will not be any issues at all. So tonight we are hosting a very special person to me, because he's one of our head moderators on this channel. And this dude is one of the dudes that I usually go to get some information when it comes to finds, because he knows a lot about history, and he can look at a find and go, "Yeah, well, I think that's from early 1900s. So, I mean, the one and only Magnetic North Adventures, and this guy is based out of the UK. I'm not going to give you the place, because that's up to him if he wants to, but I think, yeah, he's going to be able to tell you that if you have questions. Now, turning into the questions right down here. If you have a question, please drop 3 Qs in the beginning, and we will be able to see that you have a question for our guest. So in chat, before you write a comment, please enter 3 big Qs, and we will be able to see if you guys have any question for Mr. Magnetic North Adventures. So, okay, I really don't know if I'm gonna bring him on right now, or if we should wait a minute. Let's just see. Let's see. Oh, we have even more coming on. We have awesome staircase. Yeah, we love that staircase. Sorry, I've missed the chat because I've been too focused in premiering Mr. Magnetic North. Let's see here. Bad Idea Lab. Joe, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Haley is on as well. So we have Bad Idea Lab. We have Green Oasis Adventures Haley on. All right. So I think we should. Oh, what just happened to my I really don't know what's going on. I need to check my camera. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll join up in a few minutes with a picture.
Magnetic North Adventures, where the treasure calls our name. Through the forests and the waters, we'll never be the same. With every find we're cleaning, leaving nothing but the earth. Magnetic North Adventures, discovering our world.
Well, Monsieur Magnetic North Adventures, Lee is in the house, boys and gals. Well, we fooled one of them. We fooled Miss Haley. Right there she goes. Technical issues as always. Well, dude,
Yep.
we didn't have.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the live stream.
Yeah, I hope you're doing good, mate.
I am, yes. Yourself?
Well, you know, figuring technical issues out.
Hey,
All right. Yeah, I mean, you were signaling me like, come on. I don't hear anything. And I went, okay, wait, you're backstage. I don't think you should be able to hear anything. But so I just kept going. And then when Wendy said, I wish I could read lips, I went, wait, no. Oh no, we're muted. Dang. And I've been japping along like, I don't know, for like nearly 2 minutes in the beginning. So yeah. I mean, I need something. Give me 2 seconds. Close at hand. So, what have you been up to lately? Let's just start from the beginning. I mean, introduce to yourself. I don't think many of those that is in the chat right now really don't need an introduction, but I think there's gonna be people that's gonna join up on this live and watch this maybe afterwards. So maybe give us an introduction on who you are and what you are doing with your channel.
yeah, so I'm called Lee. I'm Magnetic North Adventures, formerly Magnetic North Magnet Fishing, and I do history walks, cleaning the planet. I also do the magnet fishing, history town tours, bottle digging, mudlarking, possibly soon to be a return to metal detecting as well.
Oh, dude, that's sweet. I mean, metal detecting here in Sweden, I mean, we have laws that is implemented that is so strict that it's nearly impossible to go metal detecting. You are able to if you get a permit, but
Yeah,
it's kind of hard due to the history.
it's getting that way in the UK. Basically, new laws, anything older than 200 years deemed interesting has to be handed over. Now, that can be anything from bronze all the way through to gold.
Mm.
So
And I mean,
things are changing, but it does preserve heritage. So it's a good thing.
yeah, for sure. I mean, there is a lot of people out there that is genuine into metal detecting, and if they find older stuff, they turn it in. But you do have that a little bit of a percent of people that goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is 1,000 years old. This is something I'm going to keep," and that means that we're going to lose infinite of possibility to get a history recorded to what that site could have been, so to speak.
Yeah. More importantly, the place it came from.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
You've been on YouTube for how many years?
2.5 years now.
2.5 years now. But you have been doing this a lot longer than you've been doing YouTube, right?
Yeah, I started with the metal detecting age 6, now 41. So there's the math straight away.
That's a lot of years.
The bottle digging, the same. The mudlarking, the same. I trialled magnet fishing 2012, but went back to it with standard magnets in 2016 and in 2020 with professional magnets.
All right. So you've been active with the professional magnets around 5 years.
5 years now, yeah.
So, I mean, you do have a lot of knowledge when it comes to different kind of finds that you find over there. Tell me a little bit about what kind of finds would you be expecting to find when you're metal detecting or maybe mudlarking in the UK?
So when we mudlark or metal detect, we generally get old coins, plenty of old coins, bronze and copper, a few silver ones. We get lots of broken pottery, clay pipe stems, clay pipe bowls, and polished sea glass as well.
Yeah.
That they're eyes only. The metal finds are all with metal detectors or pinpoint probes.
All right, chat. I just want to remind you, just to make it a bit simpler for us to see the questions. Don't forget to put the 3 big Qs before your question. Then I'm gonna know that you have questions for Lee. I've seen 2 questions right here without it, but we're gonna run with it. So Maddie wants you to tell us about what was your find. Let's go like this. Lee, tell us about what was your find, because that was amazing. I really don't know what she's
Question in return as to which find. There has been many.
Yeah, so I really didn't get that question, but I think she will return with that one. So
Henrik, just so you know that I cannot see the chat. So basically, if anyone has questions and I don't see, that's why, folks.
All right, Maddie was asking about metal detecting.
Okay, so the first top find for me, I was age 7, and I found a Roman bronze coin to Emperor Nero. He was one of the very first Romans to invade the United Kingdom, and his troops came, but he never himself came to the UK.
Wow.
And that was in around 50 AD, that sort of time period, 40s, 50s, ADs. That was the very first coin I found. The very first artifact that was of significance was a Roman trumpet brooch in the shape of a trumpet, dating to 60 AD, most often worn by Roman soldiers. Now, I froze when I found that because I could actually feel in my own nature Roman soldiers walking around and doing their daily tasks, and somebody clearly put their cloak down and picked it up when the brooch had fallen off.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
the third find, that would be a more recent find, and that was actually a World War II bomber pilot's watch that was found from 1943 for the RAF.
Oh,
Air
wow.
Force.
Now, those top 3 finds, mate, I gotta say that every single one of them has a story behind it. A genuine story behind them. So, we do have another question from Magnet Man, but I don't think if it's... okay, let's run it. So, wrong, not Haley's right now. There we go. Top 3 finds. So let's broad it out, just not for metal detecting, but your top tier 3 finds across the whole board, so to speak.
Okay, so The top find, mudlarking, was a English Civil War 1644 18-pound cannonball that was on the site of a battlefield, just literally washed out of the river. And I didn't have a bag with me that particular day, so I managed to find a carrier bag and carried that a good mile and a half back to the bus stop. I felt it.
Talk about a workout. I mean, an
Oh, it
18-pounder.
was. The next one was a group of finds where I was on a bottle dump and I had 17 blue poison bottles, all not to be taken, all from the 1880s to 1900, all intact. So
Oh,
very clearly a chemist had dumped everything in that area.
got a question though.
And
When you
then
find, I got a question though. When you find those poison bottles, do you often come across that there are still poison in them?
no, 90% of the time the residues are gone. You've always got to be careful of bottles that's got liquids inside because nobody knows what's actually inside them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's one of
take extreme caution if you find bottles with liquid in.
That's one of the biggest like safety tips that you can give when you're out bottle digging. I mean, finding bottles with liquid in it and you don't have a label on it, you really don't know what it contains. I mean, it could be pure poison, it could be arsenic, it could be anything like that that would kill you insta. And I mean,
Yeah,
it
or it could even just simply be dirty rainwater that's gone into the bottle. But don't take chances. If it's got liquid in, always put it to the side and wrap it up very well if you're bringing it home. And always open it outside and put it into something that you know is going to be disposed of with a label saying toxic, just in case.
Yeah. And we do have another question, actually. Haley asked, what was your biggest find while metal detecting? The heaviest, I think she means.
Okay, well, the biggest find was 2 years ago, and that was a 1916 9.45 heavy trench mortar. It literally looked like a large bomb. So that stood just under 5 feet tall.
Mate, I gotta tell you one thing. You have had some ridiculously like big bucket list of finds of all ages.
Yeah.
Man. All right. So Maddie asked again with triple Qs this time, which has been your favorite which has been your favorite thing to do? You have done metal detecting, magnet fishing, or mudlarking as so far. Sorry.
So for me, it's always going to be the mudlarking. You just never know what's going to turn up. You do get to see the environment getting clean as you walk along the foreshores or the water's edge, and including the edges of the water itself. But magnet fishing is always going to be a passion for me. Since I found that, the environment's changed so much, from hidden things to things that you just think, why is that there?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you get stuff on the magnet, you go like, okay, this shouldn't be here, because, I mean, finding a railroad spike in a river in the middle of the woods, and it's like 20 kilometers to the nearest railroad bridge, and you're finding railroad spikes at that location. I mean, that's going to be, okay, why is this here? Because there's never been a railroad here. I mean, that's one of those finds that's going to spin your head.
I can answer that question for you.
Go for it.
So when you find railroad spikes miles away from any railway, the travelling navvies of the time who used to build the railways, they was in tented accommodation. And quite often the railway spikes would be lost en route whilst navvies was planning routes and changing routes. And in such areas, if you was to metal detect as well, you would get the tent eye rings as well, showing that there was a camp there.
So you could be on to maybe an old campsite or something like that. There you go, guys. I mean, find a railroad spike is not just for like if you have a railroad close by, but if you're starting to find railroad spikes on a place that you
in the middle of nowhere, it could well be a camp.
There we go.
And where camps are, you always get a dump. So they're always worth looking for bottles.
We also have. Hey, you saw that one. Hey, so welcome in, girl. Hope you're doing good. Maddie said about that 18-pounder. That's like going to the gym. Well, I do believe you got your workout cut out for you that day, dude. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hi to Gerd. Magnaman said, I have a poison bottle, great condition and empty. I mean, that should be maybe the best thing to take home. It is when it's a poison bottle, but there's no residue and no liquid or stuff like that inside of it.
That was one of the recent ones.
Oh, that's sweet, dude. I mean, I would love finding an old bottle dump here in Sweden.
Empty.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you would even considering touching the poison bottles if there's residue or even liquid inside of them.
No. The thing is, when you dig, you just don't know whether there's anything inside or not.
No. So you got to be careful when you see something that could be like a poison bottle.
Always wear gloves.
Gad says, hey, Lee have cut his hair. Looking good, bro.
Thank you, good.
She noticed that one. Let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry, God. Got a cold and UTI, so I'm bedbound at the moment, but I'm taking care of myself. Good to hear that, God. I mean, you got to stay safe. Me and my family.
Get well, good.
We are having like something going around in our family. It started off like it tickles in the throat and then it goes to cough. And then we have had headaches and then fever and it's just going around. So we don't know what's going on here, but we're on the mend as well. So please take care of yourself and see to it that you get better soon. So, I mean, I think we've gone through the question that people had here. Maddie said, Lee, tell us about what was your find, because that was amazing. So I don't know if you've been speaking to Maddie about something that you found metal detecting or you found recently that she wants all of us to know about.
I'm not sure.
No, the head is spinning. Let's see here. Do we have any more questions? I don't see any more cues. Okay, I'm gonna bring out. Let's see. All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna go to my little bit of a notebook here because I had some questions that I wrote down. So, all right, people see us as YouTubers and creators and stuff like that, showing everybody our content just to. Many see us like we're in for it for the money, but I don't think that's the case for you, right? You're not in for it for
Definitely
the money.
Not. No, it's always got to be about the environment. and it's always got to be about the next adventure.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about, like me, what I am in front of the camera, that's what you're going to get in real life. I don't act, I don't do anything like that. So is that implemented to you as well? What you see is what you're
Oh,
going to
very
get.
much so.
There you go.
Yes. So basically, a lot of people have met me out there in the real world, and yeah, what you see here is what you're gonna get there. Whether it's messy hair, normal hair, it's whatever goes on the day.
Yeah, well, when I'm like when I'm doing the lives that I'm doing right now, I mean, I do tend to fix my hair, I do tend to shave my beard, stuff like that. But that's just because I want to look
No,
pretty.
mine's just rough and
Yeah, you're growing
ready.
it, but you've seen my beard. It goes like this, and then it goes.
Yeah.
So I mean, no, it's nothing for me. I tried to like straighten it out because I want that beard, but I'm not going to be able to have it when it goes like this. I'm always in the
No.
side winds and stuff like that. So, but like I said, what you see is what you get. Maybe some more perfection from me, but it is what it is. So we do have a question here from Magnet Man. He says, when do you plan on heading to Sweden? Do you have any plans on heading towards Sweden to visit our country?
Yeah.
Or
I've been thinking about that one, and first of all, I do want to go back to USA, down to Tennessee, and I'm planning that for this May. There have been a few delays. I wanted to go in March, it's just not possible. So May, at least the weather's going to be a bit warmer, and that's when I'm going to be there. So Sweden, I'm planning. It's my birthday in October, end of September, beginning of October. Fits into everyone's time schedule. So,
well, let's just say it like this. If you're able to make it, because we all know it takes money to do these kinds of travels, to go to Sweden, to go to the USA. I mean, you also have plans. You want to visit several other countries as well. So, I mean,
talking
takes time
about
to
that,
get.
there's going to be visits eventually over to Germany and over to the Netherlands as well. But
I'm
like
gonna
you
touch
say,
bases
time,
with.
restraint, and money.
I'm gonna touch bases a little bit about Netherlands and stuff like that later on. But for now, we do have another question from Maddie. What tip would you give for newbies for when going out? I mean, metal detecting,
Good question.
mudlarking, so on and so on.
So, my very first tip would be study the maps of where you're going, and always leave a backup plan with somebody so they know roughly what area you're in. If you can't do that and there's nobody around, then at least write it on social media as to what area you're going into. And then that way people know roughly where you are or where you can be found. And if you are on your own, make sure you've got a GPS tracker with you. Hi, Haley.
Hi, Haley, he said.
Hi, Lee.
So
I'm gonna
that's what I'd recommend.
Nice.
Always make sure you've got a map with you in case your phone power's down. Always wear gloves and always have a basic medical kit.
Yeah.
That covers any hobby that you might do outdoors.
I mean, it's like I've done a video. I'm going to do another video on it because we've updated it. But I have something I call, you have something that everybody probably knows what it is, and it's called EDC, Everyday Carry. But I have an Everyday Adventure Carry, so EDAC. And that means that I have a backpack on my back, so to speak, with all the goodies that I'm gonna need. I do have a first aid kit. I have clean, dry clothes. I have equipment. I mean, I even have fire starters, for if I'm out in cold weather and I get like if I drop into cold water and I'm soaked, I'm gonna need to start a fire ASAP. Otherwise, I'm not gonna make that. So I do have
Yeah.
fire starters. I have stuff like that in the bag, and I mean, those tips that we have given right now. Those are key for newbies because it's not just going out there and finding treasure. You need to be safe as well.
Yeah, always be prepared in what you do.
Oh yeah.
If you're not prepared, what would start out to be an enjoyable trip can be a nightmare.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I talked a little bit about it in one of my videos when we were out checking out some woodlands a couple of minutes away from here, and it was icy. I mean, that was where it hit me. Dang, I don't have a survival blanket inside of my bag. What would happen if the Tasmanian would break through that ice that he's playing with and get wet? I mean, I need something to cover him in, to get him home, to get him dried off, and stuff like that. So, I mean, I've been adding to that bag for when it comes to winter. I've been adding to when it comes to summer. So you need to even check it for like if what kind of weather it's out, if it's cold, if it's hot, if it's rainy, or whatever it is. So we have another one from Maddie. What's your first find you found but didn't keep?
That was a creepy find. It was a 1880s porcelain doll's head with the blue eyes in it.
Oh my god.
Horrible looking thing.
I
And
hope it wasn't in a woodland.
it was actually, yes, on a bottle dig. But I
Even more
decided
creepier.
that even though it was a historical artifact, it just didn't sit right looking at me on the side of the hole. So I actually reburied it.
Yeah. I mean, there's even in some cultures that says that the 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 dolls from before will be able to house the spirit of the one that has owned it before. So I
Yeah.
mean, it depends if you're a believer or not, but there is some cultures that don't mess about with either doll heads or even dolls. So
I was 8
it's
years
kind of
old at the time and I just did not like it, so it got left
nope.
behind. Let
Oh,
somebody else
okay.
find it.
We have some new people joining up in the live, so I'm gonna say hi quick to everybody. We have Grandma Kelly. What's up? She's stopping by to saying hi to everybody. Hope you're doing good, Grandma Kelly. We also have Corey's Outdoor Adventures. Hey, Corey. Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hi. So there we go. Let's see. Grandma Kelly says dolls are creepy. And I mean, I
Sure
can,
are. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, for me, no way. I mean, I could have a doll sitting in my cupboard, but when it's old, it's been in the ground and stuff like that. No way, I'm out. I'm not gonna keep that one. So I'm quite of a believer of the dolls being able to keep the spirits inside. So no, that's not coming home. Let's see here. Before everybody started to say hi, I just wanted to see. Okay, so we do have some more questions here. When it comes to magnet fishing, do you prefer magnet fishing docks or rivers?
For me, it's always going to be a river. Where I live, docks are very, very rare. We do have a few canal docks, but you very, very, very rarely get anything from a dock. A river is always moving, always replenishing finds, and even when you think you've done a site, you go back and there seems to be more appear. So always going to be a river for me.
Yeah, I mean, rivers, they will replenish after a big flood. I mean, things that's upstream is gonna wash downstreams. So, I mean, if you get,
eventually.
yeah, the places are gonna be like replenished after a big storm. So let's see here. Do you prefer a big magnet or a little magnet?
Well, I like both, but at the moment, I do prefer to use the smaller clamp magnets. They are getting the fines in, they do the job, and they are absolutely perfect for the backpack magnet fisher, which is the recent video I just touched on today.
Now, if you haven't seen, Lee just dropped a video today, so everybody that is following him or not following him, go and watch that video and hit that like button, and even put a comment down in the video, because that's going to help him. But he touched a really good base on what to think about when you're out magnet fishing. So it's kind of a good message to get out there, and I really enjoyed the video, mate. So if you haven't seen the newest video, go back and watch. So let's see here. Wendy said, Lee, are you sure you're not 5 raccoons in a trench coat? Lol. I don't know what she means about it, but I think that's something between you two guys.
No idea, but it's funny.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. Oh, I remember that thing you said, Maddie. Do you want it? And I said, no way. And I think she's maybe remarking on a doll head or something like that. I don't know.
Possibly.
Yeah,
As I said, there's so many fines. Without being specific, I just don't know.
No. Let's see here. Let's go down. Maddie also says, and don't bring home shoes you find when out. They
no.
Wanted.
Definitely don't want those again.
She also says they have 3 shelves and a bookcase in thrift store. Ellie wants some, and I said no way to those. They haunted lol. So I think that's about the dolls right there. So Johnny checked in. Hello everybody checking in at work.
Hey Johnny.
That thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, Johnny. Just be safe out there. I know that you want to be here to support us, and I do know that Lee also knows that, but dude, we know that you're out working, and we really do appreciate it that you're stopping by and checking in.
Safety first,
Kelly,
Johnny.
Oh yeah, for sure. For Kelly, between docks or rivers, she says docks. I mean, over there in the States, you do have a lot of fishing docks, a lot of boat docks and stuff like that. I mean, even here in Sweden, we do have plenty of the boat docks, but for me, I would rather go throw my magnet off bridges and down into the river or the riverbank.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Everybody's saying hi to Johnny. So let's go. Haley said, now I gotta head off to bed so I can get up in the morning. So good night, everybody. Good night, Haley. Hope you have a good rest. Johnny says, Henry, hope you and family are well. We are recuperating right now. The wife is down with something that's going around in the family, but we are hopefully mending. Hopefully. Yeah, so she was talking about the doll head, Maddie. She said, yes, it was that doll head.
Yeah.
So
I know exactly which find then that Maddie's referred to now. So there was a doll head that came home recently, several months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a doll head made in Germany. And basically it had mud all over its face. You could see teeth in the actual doll, and it had one eye. Very scary looking.
No. Nothing for me, I can tell
That
you that.
also had the same fate of being reburied into a deep woodland.
Johnny just said, "Lol, we just bought Ellie an Indian doll at the Goodwill."
I've seen that. That's really nice.
It is. It is. Corey, let's see what he has to say. Sorry, I have not been out. Been doing a lot of the comment allotment. Okay, but I'm on live tomorrow on walk around my town to see Tamworth history lost on Tamworth Hotel. That's cool, Corey. We'll be trying to check out that video. I can promise you first.
Yeah.
Hashtag family first. For sure, Johnny. I mean, family will always come first. That's for sure. Let's see here. Johnny says, I love my rivers. Yep. I'm
Yeah.
right on board with that one. Ducks are funny, are fun though. They are, but I really love the rivers because for me, the river stands for tranquility. I find my
Mhm.
peace when I'm down at the river edge and just hearing the river roar. That's me.
Yeah.
So, how about you, mate? I mean, when you're down at the river, do you find tranquility, or is the noise like, okay, I can be here for
It's
30
the
minutes?
utmost tranquility. And when you
It-
see new wildlife come into that river that hasn't been there for many, many years, you know you're doing a good job.
yeah,
And that makes me personally proud. And if I can grapple hook onto items that are non-magnetic, that's an added bonus.
yeah.
So
And I mean, you've been cleaning out the rivers around your town for many years now.
yeah,
How many tons have you pulled out? I know that you have the numbers roughly to how
yeah.
many tons you have pulled out of that river.
So out of the local river, in the last 10 years, it's close on 16 tons on my own out of that river.
Yep.
Basically waste metal,
Man, that's
unknown on plastics, papers, cards, bits of wood, things like that. Now for Sheffield, I never kept count. There was just so much coming out, and people have fished with me over there as well. And no, you'd have to see the videos to gauge roughly what sort of stuff was coming out.
yeah.
But we was regularly hitting a quarter to 3/4 of a ton per visit.
Man, that's a
So
lot.
it was a lot of work. It was enjoyable. But I am happy to say that the smaller magnet, as good as it is not going to get a 40-kilo item.
No.
So health is preserved a lot more on that smaller magnet currently. So maybe in springtime when it warms up, that's when I'll upgrade to the bigger magnets again.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to think about one thing also. The bigger magnets will be a big help, of course, but it's going to mean also it's going to be a heavier magnet to throw out there and pull in. So, I mean, you're gonna tear a lot more of your shoulders, your elbows,
Yeah.
your back, and stuff like that. So it's not just, oh, I'm gonna upgrade. You need to consider that there's risks to it too, that you could get an injury to your body as well. It's a good training method. Of course, you build muscles and stuff like that, but it's a repetitive, like pulling in and pulling heavy weights in. So it's going to tear on your muscles as well. Yep.
You're crackling.
Oh, am I crackling? It could be my mic. Sorry, guys. So, okay, due to that I'm crackling, let's see. Let's do an audio check. I'm just going to do one thing. Greg says hi. He's heading to bed for work tonight. All right, Wendy, tell Greg hi from us all and have a good rest. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to return to the questions in 2 seconds. Everybody, yep, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. So a 1 is good audio. 2 is yeah, it's sometimes good, sometimes bad. And 3, it's no good. It's crackling all over the place. So it's either 1 or 2 and 3. So I'm still crackling. That's not good. Why am I? Oh, we got a 1 from. We got a 2 from Maddie. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. 1 from Magnetman saying it's okay. So I don't know. Hopefully this will. Hopefully this will sort itself out because everything is in. And I don't know why it's crackling. I have good connection and everything. Sometimes you have to check headset and line. Well, I have. It's not this one I'm talking in. Let's see if I can get it in picture. I have a microphone right down here. So I don't know if it's this that's doing it or what it is, but I'm gonna have to. Lee, if I'm crackling sometimes, just give me a heads up because I think you're gonna be able to hear me when I'm crackling.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see here. Johnny said also, well, gotta run. Another call came in. I'll try and jump in and out. Great live, Henrik and Lee. You smelled of elderberries. Yeah. So he thinks we smell like elderberries. Really nice, Johnny. Really nice. Well, you're a lingonberry.
An inside joke.
Yeah, well, well, Maddie got it. Gad got it. And then we got the check. Maybe the audience speakers. I don't know. I don't know if it's the audience speakers or something like that, but it is what it is. So, all right, I'm gonna bring out this one again because I do have some more. We were touching base that you wanted to go to the Netherlands to try magna fishing there.
Sounds perfect there.
Ah, good. So I'm gonna try to keep me right here. So you are planning on going to the Netherlands to try to get some magna fishing done there as well.
Yeah.
Is there a reason for why you want to go to the Netherlands and magna fish there?
Yes. So I'm going to be teaming up with Dutch Magnet Adventures over in the Netherlands. They are the new team to Kratos Magnets, and they have invited me to come and fish with them personally. And they will also be coming over to the UK later this year. So whether I get to go there or they come here first, we're going to be co-hosting each other as special guests in each other's countries.
That's sweet. So tell me a little bit more about this group that you're about to collaborate with.
So I'm collabing with Dutch Magnet Adventures. Formerly, it was called Team Magnet Spotters, and it's gone through a few changes, but they're going to have to tell you more about that as they know more about that. They do have a video coming out on Saturday next week, and they will be speaking in Dutch, but there will be English subtitled translations. And just as some of my videos have the Dutch translation for the Dutch viewers.
And that's something that has come out of this collaboration. When you're doing the magna fishing, I've seen on your videos, they do have the Dutch translation there, but also the English translation. So that's something that has come out of this collaboration, so everybody will be able to understand, even if you don't understand the English language, but you do understand the Dutch language, you will be able to understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I mean,
it's a way of making everybody inclusive around the world.
For sure. Does everybody in that group speak English or
no?
No. Okay.
No. So there are currently 4 or 5 team members. of which 3 do speak fluent English. So basically, once I'm over there, it would just be a translation app whilst you're filming together, whilst you're talking, and that would just be a weekend. So you'd basically post a magnet out there, fish, to do a tour or two of the towns, and then I'd be leaving a magnet in that area for when I return back to the area to fish with that magnet.
That's cool. And I mean, it's good that there is kind of like an app that could help you translate a different kind of language so everybody would understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's not like a Google Translate, but it's I mean, I've seen those apps being used before, and they are quite on target to translation of from a Dutch language to an
There are
English language.
paid for apps as well, which are a bit more accurate than some of the others. And I'd highly recommend that to anybody that is going to a place that speaks a different language.
Yeah. And I mean, having 3 people speak the language and have to like translate into the group for one person that doesn't understand the Dutch language, that's going to be like, it's going to take up a lot of time to just be the translator, so to speak.
That's it. Yeah.
But it's kind of cool that you guys have, you're from the UK, they are from the Netherlands, and the YouTube has gotten you guys together and made it possible for you guys to be able to do a collab and to find each other, so to speak.
Yeah, the team's been around for around 6 months, so they're a new team, and the whole point of them doing the English translations is because they do want to be a part of the community. And that is why they have joined Kratos Magnets as well, just to be part of that family unit. Kratos, as we know, is not just the sale of a magnet, it's been a family unit.
Yeah, and I mean, Benny, that is the founder of Kratos, sorry. I mean, I've seen him go around during events. He's been out even helping customers getting their magnets unstuck. I mean, he does a lot of things that ordinary companies don't do at all. They just have their customer service, and they don't even have the same connection as Benny has with his customers. I mean, he's out there. He's out there having fun with the magnet fishers that is using his magnet. So I mean,
and he magnet fishes himself. So I've got every single bit of faith in all of his equipment, knowing that it's all been previously tested by a magnet fisher, not just a company owner, but a magnet fisher.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think he would release a magnet that he thinks is shite, so to speak.
No,
I mean,
not at all. Not at all.
If he's testing them in the waters himself, and he finds a magnet that doesn't cut it, I don't think he would even make that available on the market.
No, I don't think so.
No.
If it was a fault, I think it would be put back into the recycle process.
Yeah. Gad said Benny and Lee are the gingerbeard twins.
Yeah. And as you saw on my intro, we did get to meet down in the Nashville collab that Johnny and Maddie held for Autism Tennessee.
Yeah. And I mean, Maddie even says here, he's in it with us, and let's see, he's in it with us all and for us all. I mean, that's something I've seen him do. I mean, there's no other co-founder, the head chief for a company that would go out, do events, say yes to an invitation, or even go out to help another magnet fisher that is stuck onto a bridge get the magnet free. So I mean, he does a lot. So that's why everybody says that Kratos is not just a magnet company. It's more like a family.
Yeah, and can I say that Benny is actually on YouTube, he is on Instagram and Facebook. If you are interested in what he does, his magnets, please head over to any of those social networks and just give him a like, check him out for yourself.
Yeah.
And
And
all
I mean,
magnets are tools, but as I say, with Kratos, it's more a family than just you buy a magnet and you go out and that's it.
and I mean, Matty also says he checks in with us all to see if
He
we're
does.
all okay, and that's amazing. I do agree with that. I didn't know that he checks in with his customers.
Regular.
That's cool. That's really cool
Yeah.
to know. Geld says he's awesome, Matty. I mean, I can't more than agree with that statement, because a head chief for a company doing all this, it's one of the kind. One of the kind. I can tell you that. Matty also says, and as always, there's codes for 12% off total, which is amazing. And I know that you also have like your own 12% discount code, right?
Yeah. We all have our own discount codes. Now, what I would recommend to show support to people that you follow is that you use everybody's codes. So, say you use my code one day to buy a rope, use somebody like Johnny's Corner to buy a magnet, any other channels that's out there as well, Wendy's Excellent Adventures, all of them, that we all have our own code. So to support that particular person, basically use that person's code and then move on to the next code. And it keeps us all a family unit. It keeps us all basically out there together, and it helps everybody.
So Lee, I'm gonna text you afterwards, because Magnet Man says, can you add the link in this video description, please? So Magnet Man, is that the discount code link, or is it the link for his social media, Benny's? Monsieur Kratos, let me know. Maddie says, well said, Lee, 100% Kratos family.
Yeah.
And I would love to join the Kratos family. I would. Unfortunately, I really don't have the necessary funds to do it, but sometimes in the near future, I will. I've been saying that for a long time right now, but I will.
And Henrik, you never know what's just around the corner.
No, you never know. You really never know. Okay, he wrote that in Swedish. He says alla tack. So he wants everything. So he wants the social media to Benny. He wants your discount code and everything like that. So
that's my discount code is my name, which is on the video intro, the cuts. That does give you 12%. And basically, I've got a referral code, which I will message to people as well. But I will also send the social media links to Facebook, things like that, over to Magnet Man. If anybody else wants them, feel free to message me. I'll get you all those links across. And even if you don't use Kratos Magnetics, it doesn't matter. Benny supports the entire community, regardless of magnet or company.
Yeah.
So he's a good person to know, and I highly recommend having him at least on your friends list.
Oh yeah, for sure. Dude, I got another question. If they go to your YouTube, what's it called? The homepage, so to speak. Do you have your Facebook linked to the Facebook homepage, or?
No, that's something that I'm working on this year. Basically making sure that my social media is set up so that people can just click from one to the other.
Then my next question is it okay for me to link your group Magnetic North Adventures in the description on Facebook?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So I'm going to do like this, guys. After the live, I'm going to add his Facebook group, Magnetic North Adventures, down in the description. It's just go in there, click on it, and you will find him as an admin. And you can text him, message him, and you will get all that information. So let's see. Do we have anything else? All right. As you know, I know you have seen many lives. I know you, due to that, you are one of my head moderators. So you know what's coming right now, right here. So everybody, if you haven't already, be ready to smash that like button, because I'm going to do a countdown from 5. And when I get to 1 and say smash that like button, I want everybody to get ready to do it. Or if you don't like this live, well, hit that dislike button. It is what it is, but it's going to help us. So everybody get ready. Hover over that like button. Are you ready? So let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smash that like button, everybody. Like button. All right. So let's see here. Maddie says, Lee, you might want to add your link and code in the about on YouTube. That's what I meant. I went to it to get it back. It's not there. So that's something that
that's something I'm working on through this month, making sure everything's all up to date.
So I mean, let's see here. Wendy says, I only dislike leprechauns. Lol. Leprechauns, sorry. Leprechauns. Yeah, right. So, okay. Lee's code, Lee Cuts for 12% off purchase. And she has gratefully added the link in the right in here in the chat, guys and gals.
Thank you, Maddie.
There we go. Maddie's one of our head moderators, so she helped us out on that one. Thank you so much, Maddie. I forgot about that. We are able to do that as well. Let's see here. I think we all have hit the button today. Well done, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. We really do appreciate it. So I'm gonna, let's see here. I do have one more question I want to get out. We got the social media. We got that one out. So we got that. We got that. We got that. All right. Last question for me. When it comes to history, I know everybody has one place in the world that people want to go to just due to the history of the place, the atmosphere, the total environment. If you had every money in the world and every opportunity to do it, what would that place be?
The one place, really, for me, it's going to throw people because it's totally unexpected, is I'd actually like to go and see the Aztec pyramids over in Mexico. They've got so much history and mythology around them, and they're still standing all this time on. And the only thing that we've got as an equivalent is in the UK churches of the time period. We've got our stone monoliths, but unless you understand them, they are hard to appreciate. So I definitely want to see a superstructure like something like that.
All right. And I mean, the Incas and stuff like that, that's also interesting for me due to that they were so technological advanced for their time.
Oh, yeah.
And even the Egypt, what's it called?
The Egyptian ones.
Yeah. They were also really ahead of their time and really knew what they were doing, both when it comes to math and even the way they built things. So I definitely want to see a superstructure like something like that. All right. And I mean, the Incas and stuff like that, that's also interesting for me due to that they were so technological advanced for their time. And even the Egypt, what's it called? The pharaohs. Yeah, they will also really knew what they were doing, both when it comes to the star alignments and stuff like that. So it's
Yeah,
really,
math,
really
science, it was all there. It's all
Yep.
been wrote in stone, preserved for future generations.
Yeah, for sure. So Maddie has let's just go to this one first. Me too. I've been to native places in Puerto Rico. It sure was amazing experience. I loved it.
Mm.
And I mean, that would be for me, that would be a dream come true as well.
Yeah,
So
Maddie showed me those photographs, and wow, them settlements over there. I'd want to see them as well.
mm.
So,
she's asking also, which magnet is your favorite and why?
so for me, I'm going to go medium range, heavy hitter, which is the Kratos Artemis magnet, 360 magnet. It's lightweight, it packs a punch, it can lift small, it can lift heavy. It always does its job. And even when you get stuck, it's easier to get out with a winch. And yeah, that is a magnet that is an absolute beast of a magnet. You will pull in anything and everything with that one.
I mean, I've heard a lot of good comments about Artie. I mean, that magnet is, I think, one of the favorite magnets around when it comes to magnet fishers.
Yeah.
It is like you said, it's a small, lighter magnet, but it packs a punch.
Oh, it does. And it's for anybody of all levels, beginner all the way through to advanced. And it's easy to take good care of. And certainly now, there's newer products on Kratos Magnetics where you can actually put the magnet into a storage box and it makes it pretty much anti-stick to other magnets that you may be carrying on
Now
transit.
that's something that no other company that I've seen has.
No, and
I mean,
their products done by Burkle Cerakote. They are on the Kratos webpage, so they are amazing. You can put two magnets, strong magnets together, and as long as they've got that case on, they are very easy to separate. And it was all done for safety as well. So really, really good product.
that's really cool. She has another question for you. Maddie's on top. History item you found, and it was your top favorite. So which was your top historical item that you have found?
So that one is actually in a museum in London, and that was a Roman bronze military issue folding razor, and the handle was decorated with a greyhound chasing a hare, and that is now in the Museum of London.
That's sweet. That's really,
So
really sweet.
that dated to around 60 AD, and they even found a maker's mark showing that it was made only 20 miles away from where I found it. So it had been lost within one day's march of where it was made.
Magnet Man says something about when it comes to buying magnets, import taxes scares me. So yeah, everybody that if you're buying
Yeah,
from
so
States,
I'm just going to touch base on that one.
go for it.
So I've been with Kratos for 2 years now, and I had the same concern when I first started. I thought I could go online and get British magnets from several companies, or I could just go for it and see how they were. Now, as I said, it's not all about the magnets, it's about the family unit. And I wanted that experience. So I did. I went in and I ordered straight away the Artemis magnet. And that particular magnet I had for 15 months before finally it met its end due to an unforeseen item in the water. So it's got a rested grave down there now.
Yeah, and I mean,
But
I saw that
the
video.
American magnet for the Artemis, if you use the discount code, 12% is quite a lot to be knocked off. And the American magnets from Kratos, once you've actually bought one and imported and postage, it still works out cheaper than buying from some of the European companies and also from the British companies. And for me, there is no question in the power of those magnets. So I'd always say, go with your heart, always follow what you want to do. And if you get a chance just to test one of their magnets with another Kratos user, do it. And if you're happy, then take the plunge.
For sure. Now, Mary says, and they are the best quality around. Well said, Lee. So yeah, I mean, for us that is living here in Sweden, we don't have any import taxes or stuff like that if we buy from the European companies. So there is stronger magnets out there throughout the European companies, but you will not get what Benny is doing for it for both his company, but even for the consumers, so to speak. You will not get that from any other place.
Benny will stand there shoulder by shoulder for every single person. Whether you buy a magnet or not, is a massive supporter of the community. The big power magnet that he does is a 360 magnet called Poseidon, and that is 4,850 pound pull. Now, I don't know of any other magnet out there that's got a 4,850 pound pull on it. It's a few people use it, but the amount of stuff that they pull up is, I don't think I could do it. So
it feels like you're gonna have to need to have a crane on site to just pull up something with that magnet.
You certainly need very good strong winches and ropes, things like that, spare rope, if you do use that particular magnet. Certainly not a magnet that a beginner or anybody just coming into the hobby could use.
So I'm gonna run 3 more questions, and then I think you had a little bit of a surprise for the viewers that is still on here. So let's do Maddie again. She says, what's a not to do tip for a magnet fishing you could give people not to do?
So never ever magnet fish with your rope between your legs when you go to cast out. It can wrap around your leg and it can actually cause you to be dragged into the water. I made that mistake as a novice, and that for me was a very scary thing because I can't swim. So luckily it was very shallow water. But yes, that's the one top tip I'd give to anybody starting magnet fishing. Always know where your rope is.
And for me, to give a little bit of a plus side, be careful and always be aware where your magnet is. Because if you if you have your fingers between a metal object and the magnet, you will get some destroyed fingers. You could even break them. I mean, you could get seriously injured if you do that. So always be aware where the magnet is so you don't get hurt.
Yeah, they are not toys. They are very, very powerful things.
And Maddie says always as a third, and always tie off. Don't tie but don't tie it to your body. Tie it to a tree.
An object, heavy weight, something like that, a railing. a bridge support, a tree even. It all helps.
Don't do it like I sometimes do. I tie it to my waist because it could be like if you're not careful, you do not know how the current is beneath the water. If you throw in the magnet and it's high flowing, but it doesn't look at it, it doesn't look like it on the surface. You don't
Yeah,
know if there's going to be a tree going down in a high speed and the magnet will get stuck and pulled with it. That will
yeah,
mean if you have it tied onto you and you're not able to resist the pull, it's going to pull you with it. So always tie
definitely.
off, yeah, tie it off to an object. So let's see here. Cover. Okay, so Maddie says about that cover. O'Reilly knows all about it, and that's why the cover was created.
Yeah,
Now it says not leaving my finger. Now she says not leaving my fingers, mommy, between no more. Okay, I get it. I get it. I mean, like I said, getting your finger pinched, that's gonna be one of the more scarier things because you're not gonna be able to pull your finger out if it's really pinched in there. You're gonna have to
no,
pry off the magnets. And if you have, for me, a 1200 kilo and 1200 kilo pull force that smacks together, that's gonna cause you to have nearly 2400 kilos to pull it apart. And having
yeah,
that finger between there, it's not gonna be a happy day. Magnaman says, I broke my pinky fingers between magnets, so I know what it feels like. See, now
yeah,
Magnaman is a really experienced magnet fisher. He's out here in Sweden magnet fishing, and he also does magnet fishing tips, and he has his websites. So he's an old timer when it comes to magnet fishing, and even he can do silly things like getting his pinky stuck between magnets. It is easily done. But like I said, when you're in the beginning, be careful because magnets ain't no toy. It's nothing that should be lightweighted, so to speak, when you think about throwing the magnet. Always be aware of your surroundings.
and that's why for the children and the new starters, I'd recommend a single-sided magnet or a double-sided clamp magnet, and then to start upgrading as you get used to the hobby and things that you might be able to pull out the water.
Yeah, and that's why I only let the Tasmanian use a 200 kilo single-sided magnet, and he's not allowed to pull off the magnet shards that he finds.
No,
Even with the 200, he would be able to be pinched, but I'm going to be able to pull that away from him.
yeah,
Okay, Amber is back. Welcome back, Amber. Let's see, Maddie says, I truly recommend those covers. They're amazing. I will be buying more of them for all of our magnets. And like I said, Kratos has a product that no other company has. And that talks a lot about the safety think from Kratos Magnetis as
yeah.
well. Medi says also always have gloves, and if you can, cut resistant gloves.
Agree, yeah. So on those covers, they do them for the Artemis and the Titan magnets, and it may be possible that the Helios 360 magnet could also have them in the future as well. So that's the three top most used magnets that's all got safety covers. Now, you could put a higher grade Titan magnet next to an Artemis magnet, both with a cover, and you can actually just pull them apart. So
That's
if you
crazy.
was to actually be transporting magnets and they did get stuck together, you can easily separate them. And separating them without cause of injury is on everybody's utmost wish list.
All right, so I'm gonna end the questions right here, right now. So no more questions. We are gonna get going with something that you have as a surprise for our live.
Yeah.
So you want to let everybody know what's going on?
So there's going to be a sticker pack Magnetic North Adventures giveaway. And basically, that's going to be a hashtag, which Henrik's going to set up in a moment. There's only going to be the one, but it can be shipped anywhere in the world. So anybody can enter.
So I'm gonna do it like this. Let's do it like this. Right there and there. And we're gonna do it like this. So there we go. That's the hashtag MNA. Put that into the comments right now, and we will do the giveaway in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna give you guys around 2 to 3 minutes, maybe less. I don't know. We'll have to see. But
3 minutes is fine.
Let's do it. All right. Do a hashtag MNA, and you will be entered to the giveaway that we will run shortly, if I get the technology to work with me tonight. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because this is something that has been something of a theme on this channel, and that is that technical issues is always guaranteed here at the Green Oasis, like you saw in the beginning.
We're going to run this one solely so that Henrik can get used to the technology as well. And it actually opens it up for potential future things that might be done in the future on his channel. So be sure to keep watching, be sure to keep checking him out. And if you haven't clicked and subscribed to Green Oasis, please consider doing so.
Yep. So everybody, let's see here. I'm gonna cancel that. I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna do like this. Now, put in. Oh, I'm gonna remove my comment, because otherwise I'm gonna be in the giveaway. So I'm sorry, Maddie. The hashtag is right down here. Right down here. So hashtag MNA. If you put that one in, you will be able to be entered into the giveaway. So what's up? Welcome back, Bad Idea Lab. I don't know. I think you've been in the background checking out. Let's see here. All right. It seems like we have. Let's check how many entrants we have. What? Oh no.
What's up?
Give me 2 secs. Like I said, it doesn't like me to run that when I'm doing the live stream. So I don't know why it doesn't want me to do that, but I'll have to check that out. Close. Let's go back. Sorry, guys. It seems like we're having technical issues once again. I don't know why. So I'm trying to figure this out. Give me 2 seconds and I'll be right with you. Add comment replies. Let's see here. That's going to be a 3.
So there will be a number of stickers in there, old and new. There'll be some other channels that I've got as well here. Those will be going into that same pack.
Yep.
We'll just see if we can actually get it to run.
Yeah. So that's, yeah. So I mean, I have that one. I'm gonna do like this. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm gonna. Let's see if I can do it like this. No, let's do it like this instead.
Please bear with us, folks. It's
Yeah.
the first one that we've done.
Nah, it's not my first, but it's the first live that I've done. I've done
That's
it
what I
when
mean.
it, yeah, when it comes. Let's see here. Okay, so I can't do it like that. So I'm gonna try it one more time. Let's see. YouTube. Let's see if I can find another one.
If not, there's always the wheel of names.
There we go. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to do like this. Let's see here. Let's do it like this. Like this. I was all set up with the other one, guys. Consent to all. But when it doesn't want me to do the live, that didn't want to work. All right, guys. So I'm sorry. What I'm gonna have to do is after the live, I'm gonna be picking the random winner that has put in MNA as a hashtag and do a separate video on it and post on the channel, because the program doesn't want to. Let's see here. Let's try the wheel as the last resource. Wheel of names.
Just make sure there's no music on, Henrik, if there's any music on it.
Let's see here. So, okay, so I need to enter all of the names that has entered. So that's not going to pick out the names.
No, it takes a bit longer. But so, you just type them all in.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, guys and gals, because I need to figure this out. But everybody that has entered hashtag MNA, I'm going to do a random picker. If it wants or lets me do it, I'm going to do the commentary picker on afterwards when the live is over, because then I know it will let me do the commentary picker. It is what it is. I need to sort that out because I had everything sort of, but it did not want to work when I was live.
If the winner could email Henrik, then obviously I will get that information and it will be shipped out to whoever wins anywhere in the world.
Yeah. So you will get a second chance here. Give your last shot at MNA with a hashtag, and I will draw the winner once the live is over. And I think I have everybody that is in the chat right now. And once the live is over, I will know who has commented the live. And if you're commenting after the live, you're not going to be eligible for the drawing. You needed to be on this live, unfortunately. So, all right. So I'm going to do like this. Closed. So there we go. That's going to be closed for now. So I'm going to pick the winner right after this, and I'm going to do a short showing y'all who won this drawing. That's the best I can do for now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be better at this, guys and girls, and I'm going to find the software to do it. But the one that I picked for tonight didn't want to work once I was live. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Lee, mate, I got to say, I really do appreciate you for coming on the Green Oasis Adventure. and
It's been a
letting me host
pleasure.
you. So, all right, guys, have you anything more to tell Lee? So this is gonna be the time and place to do it. So I'm gonna give it a couple of seconds because we have a delay between StreamYard
Yeah.
and YouTube. So anybody going one, going twice.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight as well, and this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And like I say, check Green Oasis Adventures. If you haven't already, click that subscribe, please do.
Thank you so much for saying that, mate. But dude, we are hosting you now. Everybody, if you haven't checked out Magnetic North Adventures Lee here, go check him out because he does mudlocking. He does every kind of adventure you can even think of doing when you're
Yeah.
out and about. So I mean, and he does know things about the things that he finds. So just go check him out. And you're up at 2040 subs right now. If I'm
No,
correct.
2052.
You've gone up since I watched. There we go.
Yeah.
So if you haven't already subscribed to him, go check out his videos and give him a thumbs up and even give him a comment on one of his videos to helping out. So everybody, I
do
really
appreciate each and every one that logs into the channel, views, subscriptions, comments. Really, really can't thank you all enough. It's just wow, all this time on YouTube and still the numbers still keep climbing. And that's all you folks out there. That's not me, it's you folks. So
sure.
thank you all.
I mean, we wouldn't be here without anyone watching our videos or anything like that. So we also really do appreciate every single one of you. From the bottom of our hearts, we wish you a good night and a good day, good morning, wherever you're watching from. And as always, I'm going to end it like I used to. Stay safe, everybody. But remember, keep having fun when you're out. See you later.
Bye, everybody.